here goes. And hi guys. Hopefully the sound is actually going to work this time. At least let me know if it's too soft or too loud. Motzi J Ray, so cool for you to join, and Flowmore. Okay, good. That means that I've set the settings. I use restream.io to multi-stream. It used to be where I would stream on YouTube as well, but since that has become an anathema, that has been banned. Apparently I can also stream on my Facebook as well, but I don't know about that. So I don't know. I'm gonna start with some Blender. I want like a title. So like let me see. So it's gonna be Tutoria. I'm going to convert this into like a model or something. I don't have too many fonts actually, just plain old boring fonts. So I'll choose something a little impactful. Okay. Definitely don't have enough fonts installed. I wonder what that looks like. Yeah, it is worth trying out Restream. I've been using it for quite some time now, and it's very helpful. Right, so not some of them you have to pay. Most of them are free. If you were to stream from your Facebook page, I think that's a paid service, so you'd have to live stream from your normal Facebook profile. Mine is Rob Wolf, so I don't really favor doing that, but a lot of them like Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, they're all free. I don't think that doesn't look so bad, does it? Not really. I actually like that font. No, it's a free service. You can multi-stream any platform for free, but certain ones you have to pay for, and that's how they get their money. Alright, so let's have a little bit of a bevel. if you can do can't do negative. Okay. I think probably like that, and then I'm going to extrude it. That should be good. Convert. Okay. Which okay, I don't know which texture. Let's have a look at this one. Nah, doesn't quite look right. You don't know how to do fonts? You mean fonts in Blender? Because it is comparatively easy, I guess. I've only just recently learned how to do that. What about this? Oh God. Okay, here we go. Right. Let's start again, and then I'll go through it, because it's quite cool actually. And I can have the screen keys as well for what you do. The first thing you do would be to create a text, and the text is actually a curve which you can then edit. So I guess we go into edit mode and then type Tutoria. And then I'm going to rotate this, rotate it around the x-axis 90 degrees. So that's it. And then with the font, you have like various font settings. Because when it's actually in the text mode, you'll have this. Otherwise you won't have it. Change the font again. And what was it? Male, I think. What? It was that one. So with this one, you can change all parts of it. Like I like it. Put it centralized, so it would be a little easier. And then under the geometry, you can set the extrude. That's about right. Well, Mossy, you got to do what you got to do. It's good. Even streaming, coming in the stream for 5 minutes is appreciated. Solidarity and support and all of that. So here we are to do that. Now you probably, in order to make it into a model, you need to convert it from a mesh, convert to mesh from curve text. So that means then that you can add the material. And it's that simple. I learned how to do this by a bit of trial and error, because, you know, with the text you're thinking, okay, cool, and then exporting it as a model as is, and then wondering why it wasn't working in SGB or any other engine. So when I found the convert to, this was actually the confirmed steps we do. So for the material, I have no clue which ones to use. Can't even remember where I put my textures. Okay. I really don't want to convert to create another one. Okay. Have to use that one instead. So now just do the unwrap. This usually does its job. Just do the generic. I don't know why there's a bit of a bug in here in the screencast keys that keeps on messing up. Okay, let's scale this down a bit. Just a bit more. Right. That one doesn't look so bad. That doesn't look so bad at all. I got the font from one of the free sites, and think it's called Font 101 or Free Fonts 101 or something like that, but it's called Mail. Let's have a look. See, Windows fonts. It takes a while to load because I'll get the name of it anyway. There, it's called Mail, M-A-E-L. So now we should be able to export it. I'm going to put it in the projects folder. Right, so Tutoria. And I need to change. I've set a preset for this anyway, so change that. And it saves the image as well. Hopefully this should work. It did the last time anyway, when I did this before. And then that's it. It will show up as a model in SGB. It's rather cool. Elevation isn't really necessary because we'll be using it. But no, don't crash, don't crash. It just takes its time and sometimes it does crash. So I'm going to change the settings. How about that? Gonna stick for soon. Maybe after next week, be able to stick around for with these. Well, Motsy, you gotta do what you gotta do, and thank you for coming in. You know, it's appreciated. You can probably catch up on it when this particular one, now that I know the sound works, is going to go on YouTube. So that's certainly something. So Jay, now you can go font happy. Model font happy. There, that's pretty much it. It's sort of journeying around. I don't know what it looks. It doesn't look so bad. I mean, the texture isn't great, but at least it's something. It'd be good for these. Like I don't know. I was thinking probably not gonna do it now because I would have to figure it out myself. But what I was thinking about was having having it where it's sort of the player starts off like from here, and then the camera quickly zooms in towards Tutoria, stops for a while, and then sort of like continues on for something like beginning or end credits or something like that. Oh, good. I'm glad to sound, because that was really starting to piss me off. Thanks to Windows for resetting when they update. Oh, you're a wingding-holic as well. I have a collection of them, probably about 30 different wingding types. So I'm not going to save that, no bother. One of the things I do want to create for this is a couple of where is it? This one. A couple of things to go on the bookcase. Let's try something different. Catch you later, Motzi. Thanks for streaming. I mean, thanks for visiting. Yeah, and I'll see you a bit later. So this is the bookcase. How about I don't know, maybe have a potion or something. So start with a curve. I mean a cube. I always get confused with all of these like directions and that, despite the fact they're all color coordinated. It's like, okay, which direction is which? Right. Let's select the face. There's actually a little trick that some people might not know with going to extrude this, but there's a little bit of a trick. You can use one of two ways, I guess. You can use the eye for the inset and then just sort of scale it down, or you can use E and then right click so you can scale it, or use ES. I prefer this method because it's sort of it makes it a little bit more dynamic, I guess. That should be good. I don't exactly know where I'm going with this one, but you can also use if we use the eye, and I extrude that down. Can convert it into a pot by pressing Control 1. I like that. Right, that's cool. Now to find an appropriate. Oh, that'll do. You should do the smart. I mean, that'll work. Subdivide pull vertex methods. Yeah, that is that's another way of doing it. There's so many different ways. Like, this is the cool thing I like about Blender. There's so many ways of doing stuff. It's really cool. I know you can snap to object, but I prefer just doing it like manually. Okay. That looks good. Yeah, that doesn't look so bad. A little bit small, I think. So I'm going to duplicate this. Duplicate linked. Scale it a little bit. And then have another one. Like that. So now join them together. Hopefully this should work. I haven't done this yet. Oceans top shelf. thought it was saved under here. Huh. Okay, okay. Do it this way then. Okay, furniture mega pack. Now I know where I'm at. Yeah. Did I really got that? Oh, that's right. Just do it that way. Yeah. Anyway, this is going to be like this is going to be the cutscene. I can go in a little bit further, I think. If you have I'm open to suggestions for like certain how-tos and stuff, if needs be. I'm going to zoom right in. Maybe like that. I'll put put a weight there. Shit, I'm blind. There, that's the one. So, this is going to be the start map. Like that. A little bit of fine tweaking. This will be one time only. To be honest, you've covered a lot of how-tos in your tutorial vids, but the one about setting the elevation items for that bridge could be cool. Yeah, I was thinking about that because we were talking about that in Discord, right? And I have been doing a few a bit of playing around with that, and it's sort of more hit and miss. But the workaround, yeah, the workaround, I'll probably look into that and do it either in next week's stream, or actually put it in a proper tutorial all about that, maybe including creating a bridge. Now this is a bit of a recap for like a little while ago, Flormore suggested something that I thought is really cool. The weapons merchant, he sells weapons of course, but he's kind of like a bit of an experimentator, and he likes playing with gunpowder, mixing like saltpeter and everything else that goes in. So the idea behind this is that there's a random there's a random chance that when you speak to him, you'll actually get caught by the blast of his failed experiment. And it's sort of like it moves the camera in and then has like a little explosion, and then sort of triggers the cutscene or something. So while I get coffee, I'm going to leave this up for a little bit. So what this will do, as you can see, create a random number, and if it's sort of you have a 50-50 chance of the explosion happening, and SGB tends to favor 1 a lot, so it's like really weird, so it goes through, but the camera will move like to a certain angle, and then it'll have the animation. And then what it's meant to be that the player actually hits the cactus and then gets some needles in his ass. So this is where it is. It's the cutscene. It would probably need to be 4 spaces, I think. Just to be sure. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's still in Japanese. So that's working right. That should be the cutscene number 1, and this is where I had a few problems before. The display counter surprise. She should walk 2 spaces to the left, 1 down, and face the character. Instead, what it was doing, or what she was doing, was she was jumping over the counter. Quite good for a spry little lady. So hi. That doesn't quite work. See, she jumps over the counter. I have no idea why. It's just we'll figure that out later. So now after that, I'm going to add another map. That one. It's that particular one works. I absolutely love that. Okay, and here we have the bridge. So the bridge is basically somewhere wouldn't be that one, it would be yeah, I think so. I think it has something to do with that. I'm going to check later. So this one, is that suspension bridge. Right, you do a test map to test this out for a minute. Test map. And then with this, it should be, you can actually delve properly into the what's going on, etc. All right. Okay. Select by elevation. I'll do it that way. I don't have much. Yeah, that's better. Now, where was it? It was under buildings, right? And then that little suspension bridge. Okay. So now with this one is the most frustrating thing about this, as everybody probably knows by now, is the fact that when you got a simple object, you can walk across it no problem, but if it becomes an event, you can't. Not really. So, as an example, I'll probably display something. And with all of the bridges, they actually have to be flush with the terrain, because otherwise they don't work. If you had if this was elevated like that, and then you had another elevation with a ramp, then it would conflict. But I mean, I don't really like the way they've done the bridges, and therein lies the problem. So, like, the only workaround that I've actually managed to find I'll just delete that, put another one in. You can make invisible object for walking and event for interaction. Yes, you can, and that's that is the only workaround that I have found, because it's a bit annoying. And Smile Boom is aware of this, and no doubt they're going to work on something. But it is a bit annoying that you have to put other invisible events to be able to do that. Because you got a bridge object. It's like many other objects. Say for the town or something, you can convert that into an object, and it'll interact properly. It's only the bridge, and it's partly to do with the elevations itself and the elevation settings. Would be. This particular one is just these red parts, the elevation. They're actually an unblockable block. So unless you have something to go on the surface. So for instance, I mean, okay, we can let's have a look at screen 17.0. If the player direction, I'm sure, is set up. Okay, player X is 17. Y elevation possibility should have, like RPG Maker, both red and green, as well as the arrows. Yes, I agree. I agree. That would be very handy. Instead, I'm going to use some of these commands. W for wait, 04, and then auto close the window. And then turn on the local switch so it doesn't repeat. Switch. I'm not sure if this is going to work. It should technically work, but I'm rushing it a bit. Yeah. That's probably why. Copy, paste, paste. Wants to be the x coordinate. No, y coordinates. There. So now going back to developing this little market area. I think there's going to be there should be a few more market stalls like here or something, because this is a little bit lacking. Oh, and by the way, this is one of Jackson Mayer's Infinity Packs. It's really nice. I like that it's modular as well. So, you know, you can attach things to it. To make that, I would recommend getting this asset pack. It's really cool, and I haven't checked yet, but I believe there's actually a PSD file where you can change the graphics for this, like the names. And then what you do is you put it through Blender again, and you can have your own place names. I'm going to do a proper showcase of that pretty soon anyway. So with the market, probably have another one here. Or here. The thing is, don't want to overcrowd it. This isn't the complete market pack, by the way. Okay. I think where to put it. Maybe here, because okay, yeah. This isn't the complete market pack, as I said. There's a lot more things. It's 50 models in total. So this is a nice sort of that little seedy area. I think I have like one of the flaps anyway. The other pack, the actual pack, or the pack that I will be releasing tomorrow, actually has the animated water. It's got sort of different. It'll have like different setups. It won't have any shops, you know, no shop frames or anything like that. That's going to be in the second pack, because I don't want to have too many models in one pack, and this current market pack would be like 50 models in total. But it has all of these different like modular types for all the right and left side. It also has a front side, a front flap, like a bunting or something that goes on there. And the four flavors, it has the barrel, and it'll have a set of barrels like this. It also has some boxes, and then it has some the barrels with animated water in them, like both full and half. It's yeah, as I said, the full pack. I'm gonna just release it tomorrow if all goes well, but it'll definitely be this week. I got a holiday, and I've been so looking forward to this for ages. So that's one. Okay, select by elevation. I want this. Maybe more of that. I saw the Cinti pack. I am actually very intrigued by it. You know, I don't have the budget to buy too many things anymore because I'm saving up, you know, migrating, and that by the time I actually do save up enough money, all of this coronavirus crap will have been resolved. So yeah, this that's kind of like partly why I got all the subscribe star and donations and market packs and so on. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that'll do. Nice plush blue. And since this is this is going to catch the rainwater. That is when it does rain. You could have a store right in front of the owner's home with the back facing the door. Yes. That's where essentially that's where all of the shop ones come in handy. This particular rendition isn't quite right because it's this is an old pack that I did. So, you know, you have something like that. That would look good. Oh, I put the wrong one on. Yeah, something like that. This particular model isn't quite right because it's not completely generic. It's sort of tailored for specific types of buildings, and the one that I'm working on right now is more of a generic. And J-Ray actually suggested a few methods one method in particular to do it, so I was sort of thinking about implementing that one for a number of methods, but no, it's not going to be in this one pack. I don't know, okay, just I'm gonna go back in Blender a minute. And you'll be able to see what I mean. So complete. We'll mark it. Actually, I wonder. So this is like what is, you know, a little bit of a showcasing about the market stalls. You have your frame, and then you have your clean. What you can do is you can actually put another one to the reverse of this, and then have the an additional back storage. It also has just your simple counter, but it also has a counter itself. I should say the simple market, no bells. And then it also comes in to match the other one. It has a dirty look. Each one of these is dirty. So with the stall items, there was also a counter. Well, anyway, that's basically it. This is just the market stalls. So another thing, another thing I was experimenting with was a little bit of a cart. It doesn't quite look right, but I think eventually I'll get there. The other one I'm working on as well is the signs. And with the signposts, there are in the pack there are actually 2 Easter eggs, and it would be up to the person to find those Easter eggs. I mean, I can tell you one already. This is basically self-gratuitous promotion, you know. You gotta have something like that in there. But the second Easter egg, I'm not saying. I have to play the game. So I don't know why the screencast tends to have a bug in it where it doesn't have all of the keys recorded, and it keeps on resetting even though it's I don't know if it's been updated or not. But here's a useful little hint. When you're moving stuff with G and you go along the axis, what you can do is you can press Control to snap it to the baseline grid. I don't know how many people actually know that, but I found it, and then it's pretty cool. Now, add a modifier and a mirror. Okay. Let's scale it instead. Or maybe not. Actually, what this is. It could be like a little time capsule or something. Awesome, Jay. I have been making some terrain for, specifically for Starborn. It's got to be like unique, but based upon what you and Draz are doing, I haven't done anything like that, but it's sort of having a model terrain instead. I have no clue how to implement that yet, but well, hey, it's fun playing. I mean, I have a rough idea because of certain things, like one of the things that you can do I guess sort of could probably use a plane, but I'm going to use a cube. I'm going to use a cube instead. Have like a shitload of the loop cuts. And so you can, if you hold down control when you're left clicking, you'll actually select to the cursor. Instead of having to click one thing at a time, you just hold down control and then left click, and it's pretty cool. Because otherwise, you manually do it and then you do each one. That's another little hint that I found. That's your terrain. At least that's how I think he does it. And then each little element there, face and vertex, has different texture, and then is overlaid on top of the SGB map with all of the correct elevation settings. So yeah, he can't keep certain secrets forever. It can't be that unique. Right. So I'm going to add a bit of a peak to it. So yeah, instead of just, you know, working on it, it's like a something like that. There, just do a clean up. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream because I've been streaming for an hour and a half, and you know, I'm not used to streams, not used to it at all. So thank you guys for coming in. It's really appreciated. Next week's stream I will have a little bit more substance as far as developing Tutoria is concerned, because I've started planning the game ahead, but it's still, I would like it to be kind of like community. People who come into the stream have an idea for a certain thing, like Flormore and the bomb expert, I think. Bomb expert. And things like that. I'll do the fine-tuning afterwards and then come back to it for now. Thank you, Jay. I'm so glad you could attend this time, you know, visit. When Motzi streams or Draz streams or anybody else, I try to attend, but I can't always. This time around, because I have 10 days off, if anybody does want to stream, then the chances are I can come in to at least, you know, pop in to say hi. So thanks again. I'll talk to you in Discord. Oh, and by the way, I'm sure you have learned a little bit specifically about Blender. Draz is the expert on that. My next big project is going to be animations. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.